about 4 months ago. He claims the city disapproves of his sign and what's above it. Patriotic is one word to describe the city of Grove.
As my rights, I have a right to hang a flag.
A flag every 20 feet along Main Street.
And I have the right to choose what I want to hang up as a flag to support.
And in front of most businesses, like Photomount Garage.
They want me to pay a $50 fee to hang flags.
Owner Chad Bibler says the city code enforcement officer approached him last Friday about his display.
He told me I had to pull a permit for have a billboard in the city of Grove. Well, then he also said you have to take your flags down immediately.
Bibler claims the city told him his flags couldn't stay until he has a permit. There are 2 medical marijuana flags as well as multiple American flags above his spray-painted business sign, which he says the permanent sign just days away from being completed.
I do not have a sign permit because to me, the definition in the dictionary, sign and flag are 2 different meanings.
Bibler says he's working to get his business license, which he says the city has to sign off on.
If they choose not to give me a business permit license or a sign permit license, I guess I'll have to see them in court.
The city responded saying in a statement to Two Works for You that the allegation that the city charges people to display the American flag is simply ridiculous, and that Bibler would have to comply with the city's sign ordinances if he wanted to display a new business sign.
Freedom of speech, freedom to stand up for what you believe in.
This business owner will continue to fly his flags proudly.
Making a strong statement in favor of medical marijuana after a church displayed a sign asking people to vote it down.
News on 6's Taylor Newcomb is on the story in Grove.
Chad Bibler says he's received some backlash for calling himself the Hemp Father, but he says he's only doing it to make a point that the church shouldn't involve itself in political issues.
I am the Herb Father. I feel like I'm not representing God. I'm not representing Jesus. I'm representing a natural herb that comes from the earth.
Chad Bibler says he's not afraid of taking a stand for what he thinks is right. He says it's wrong of the church to display this sign.
I was driving on our local roads and I look up and I seen a bright digital sign that said no on 788. Their sign is wrong. They are lying to their patrons. They are lying to the people because they're uneducated.
That's why he donned this Jesus-like outfit to protest at the church last Sunday under the moniker the Hemp Father.
We should be able to have those rights to take any medication that we choose, especially if it's a natural, God-given herb.
First Baptist Church pastor Jim Pasley spoke to Bibler during his protest.
Invited him to our Bible study and worship time. He said, well, can I bring my flag in? And I said, no. I said, that would be a distraction.
He says his concern is not with medical marijuana, but with the idea that people will use it recreationally. Pasley says he has every right to express that opinion.
We don't lose our rights to be able to share our views.
Bibler says he's not going anywhere.
The Hemp Father is going to stay.
Pastor Pasley says he stands by that this is a moral issue, not a political one. On the scene on the story in Grove, Taylor Newcomb, News on 6.
You're passing germs and diseases off to public people.
For almost 2 years now, Chad Bibler and several of his neighbors in Delaware County have watched as a homeless couple living in their car with 7 dogs and cats have trashed roadside rest stops, throwing out liquor bottles, beer cans, and much more.
They defecate out here. They mean, their home is the front seat of that car, and so they do everything in that car.
Literally, I pulled up yesterday, and she was coming out with a urine bucket from her husband and going on the other side of the car and partying out.
Chad became ill when he asked the woman if he could check on her husband, who stays in the back seat under piles of garbage and animals. Residents hadn't seen him in a while and were concerned about him.
It smelled so horrible, and I do a lot of rehabs on houses and stuff. It was so horrible. It's a biohazard.
All of these residents know that this is a mental health issue, and they've asked area homeless shelters to help and law enforcement to step in, but nothing ever happens.
I've called Adult Protective Services. I've done it twice this week.
The county is refusing to hold them in jail because they stink so bad that they don't want to put up with it.
The couple has no working headlights on their car, so come nightfall, they have to pull over. And it's almost always at this location near Rose. And you can see it's more of the same, litter everywhere. As much as these residents want the trashed rest stops to end and to find some help for the homeless couple, they also want to be kept safe themselves.
Right here. This is all her. Okay? I literally sit here and I will videotape her drink and throw out liquor bottles. When is the day she's going to pull out and hit somebody?
In Delaware County, Lisa Jones, 2 Works for You.